Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. We're going to see on how this goes on terms of the actual length of this video, but I want to show you guys all the information that so far that I have gathered in the past couple of days of what could be perceived as the shooter, but I think we have an actual a good idea on who the shooter is now, and all this other stuff that's pertaining to the whole assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And I don't know if I'll be able to get all through this. This is the reason why I am going to see if I can get this out of the way before 15 minutes. If I can't, then I'm just going to have to do a stream, because there's too much information going out there, guys, that you guys need to know. And let's get to it. So, I have a lot of concerns on the Secret Service and what has been going on as of that day on the attempt on Trump's life. And I think that this video here kind of shows it. Now, I'm going to not do all of it, but I'm going to try to summarize the amount that this is going on. It was exactly 2 minutes of the Secret Service and the police officers doing absolutely nothing during this whole situation, and they could have prevented this from happening if they actually tried to do something, but they didn't. So without further ado, we're going to be watching a little bit of this. Not the whole full thing, but I kind of want you guys to get an idea of what really happened here, because it's really quite atrocious.
He was doing his job, I wouldn't even be doing this. It's a beautiful place with a gorgeous ocean.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And still I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a senator
What's happening?
and to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There
not
he is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that.
People that are probably just watching this is 45 seconds in, and this guy that was is obviously the assassin for again to try to fortunately take out Trump. We're 45 seconds in, and there's Trump on the right with this showing his speech, and on the left they're showing people of calling out this assassin here. They're calling out the shooter of this instance. Like saying, hey, he's on the roof, we need to do something, calling to the police officers, and still, we're 45 seconds in, and they're doing nothing. The Secret Service is supposed to be one of the best at their jobs, and they're failing at it. They're already 45 seconds in.
Right here, right on the roof.
It's much tougher than if it happened.
You went right on the roof again.
Ever. In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if
See if it actually works here. I'm skipping a whole bunch of this because one, when you look at this, it's just a lot of information. It's just mostly Trump talking in that time span, and it's kind of hard to get that out. So we're going to do
big
this here.
red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol.
This is a minute 30 in, okay, guys? This is a minute 30 in, and we're going to keep on going here. We're going to see this 1 minute and 50 seconds, and you guys are also probably first time seeing there is a behind shot of Trump of the whole incident happening.
Probably 20 million people.
Look at these guys doing absolutely. Yeah, so like essentially 2 minutes for this all to happen is quite insane. And what we have here is, this is from the Daily Mail. It says, cop confronted Trump shooter but retreated when gunman pointed rifle at him. Staggering new details emerge as security crisis deepens. Yes, this is absolutely atrocious. This is abysmal in every way possible. We have the name of the shooter. The shooter is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I'll be going over that a little bit more extensively later, because there's a lot of information I can talk about the kid, but there is more information I kind of want to show you guys specifically of kind of linking the two, because there's another person that's also been, linked to this case as well. So we have Donald Trump, who has vowed to attend the Republican convention on Monday in Milwaukee, one day after he was nearly assassinated by a 20-year-old in Pennsylvania. While new details begin to emerge about the abhorrent security failures that took place, according to sources, a police officer backed away when he would be assassin pointed a rifle at him just moments before he then fired in Trump's direction, clipping his ear. Trump announced he would not be delaying his Wisconsin trip less than 24 hours after he was shot by Thomas Matthew Crooks from a rooftop 130 yards away. Local police officer came face to face with would-be assassin but backed away, sources say. Not long before shots rang out, rally-goers noticed a man climbing to the top of a roof of a nearby building and warned local law enforcement, according to two law enforcement officials. One officer climbed to the roof and encountered Crooks. He pointed his rifle at the officer. The officer retreated down the ladder, and Crooks quickly took a shot toward former President Donald Trump just 30 yards away. That's when the U.S. Secret Service counter-snipers shot at him, said the officials who spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity to discuss an ongoing investigation. So that is going on. That was going on. I'm not going to go exactly to this because we saw this, but this is the guy that did it. This is the man right here. So this is who did it. I'm going to take this out here, and all this stuff. So that is the person that's who shot. Now we go on to here, right? How the Secret Service may have failed to stop the Trump shooter opening fire from just 130 yards away, which this has already happened. So by all means, this is just the stupidity of it all. So how on earth did a gunman who was acting suspiciously crawl onto the roof of a building 130 yards away from the former president of the United States, was speaking and managed to fire at least 8 shots before he was taken down? Yes, he fired 8 shots, guys. He was able to fire 8 shots at Donald Trump before he was taken down. That's completely absurd. And yes, it's a good question. The 130 yards away, it's like, okay, I remember shooting a deer when I needed glasses. I didn't know that I was blind, or you couldn't see that way. This was way back in high school, sophomore year, and I was able to shoot a deer practically blinded, one-shot it, and all that stuff, right? From with a black powder rifle. If I was able to do that, then 130 yards away is not a misstep to really say that you cannot fire that far away with an ASI type weapon, which we've ended up finding out is a Remington 700. So it wasn't necessarily an AR. It wasn't really an AR. It was a Remington 700. But I digress. That is just one of the damning and terrifying questions that are unanswered after the assassination attempt on Donald Trump that is being described as an enormous security failure. Oh, it is 100% a security failure. That is without bloody question. Unfortunately, there was a civilian that was taken down. May he rest in peace. I will obviously go over that probably later, but I am not going to go and talk about that right now. All I would say is, according to Commenter, was a firefighter. He leaves behind $2 and a wife. He put his body over his family, pushed them aside to save his life. And God bless you, sir, and my hat goes off to you for saving your family from a absolute maniac. So, that is what's going on here. So, what we have here, this is this is pretty much, like, the whole situation here, what's going on with Trump. This was the shooter, this was the Secret Service sniper, and this was the Trump rally at Butler Farm Show. So, this is where Trump was, pretty much, right here. He had a full beeline shot to Trump. And why was there not any Secret Service people up here, all right? Why was there not a Secret Service people up here? That's the question. Why was there not any here? And another thing, too, as well, that it is, we have quick concern is, like, why would an officer retreat wanting this to happen and all that? So, yeah, that is the insanity. But we have a bit more information. Now, this is very recent. Meet Tony Bendelli, a firefighter in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. He's upset that the bullet missed, A bullet did hit Corey, though, a rally attendee who was also a firefighter. There's especially discussing coming from a fellow firefighter and someone who's supposed to protect others. Yeah, this is what he said. Too bad it didn't hit him square, and it says, oh, someone reported my post. Yeah, I think you should probably reported your post for being a garbage human being. And of course, it got updated, right? This is updated because this SOB said, to everyone, please accept this as my resignation from the firehouse. I can't do this. This is so beyond anything that should have ever be happening. I've been threatened. My family has been threatened. My friends have been threatened. I have never felt so unsafe in my life. This is so far past anything that should have ever been condoned. It's one thing to ruin my life. I accept that. But to put everyone else in danger around me, to shut down everyone's daily life, this is not okay. But the thing is that you monsters go out and do this all the time to everybody else. You're getting a small dose of what Trump has been received, or any American conservative or Republican that wants to aid into Trump. That is reality here. That is just what's going on. So he goes on to say, to finish up, because I'm going to read the whole BS statement. I'm sorry to everyone who is currently affected by this. I'm ashamed that I brought this to you. I've already lost several people extremely close to me. I expect to lose more. And as you should, because you condoned the death of a president and you wanted to make sure that he died. I don't know what else to tell you, but I would probably lose a lot of friends too, because I do not condone insanity of this nature. So, again, this is a woman that gone and did this. Kudos to this veteran for shaming Karen, who posted on Facebook that Trump's assassin would have been a better shooter. And this is the woman here. It's too bad they weren't a better shooter. And she goes on to say, he is a definition of a corrupt and evil, and this is Darcy Waldron Pickney. I am not being nice now, guys. I am not going to not hide these people's names, because, again, these are the same people that will go after you. These are the monsters. These people are really exposing themselves on who they really are. There's also Destiny, which I think some of you may or may not know, going on a huge rant on the abhorrent stuff that he's been saying recently on Twitter and on stream. I'm not going to cover him. I'll probably do that later. But here's what we have here. Scoop. Secret instructions given to news reporters telling them to downplay Trump's attempted assassination. Yes. This is what's going on here. So, again, hello, reminder to stick to facts, don't speculate, editorialize, sectionalize, or jump to conclusions when reporting on the Trump rally incident today. Don't call it an assassination attempt unless authorities say it is. Don't say a shooting targeting Trump or the rally unless authorities confirm that connection. Clarify if it's actually gunshots. That's unclear at the moment. If authorities don't know, then it's okay to say that. Anchors. Reminder to be mindful of body language when presenting the story. No need for a serious face or adding comments and adjectives for color. No need to say scary moments today at a Trump rally just to get to the story. At this moment, no need for guests to comment. Again, all this is just a reminder. I know we all know. So that's what's going on here. And again, this is the NFI shooter at the Donald Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, is Thomas Matthew Crooks, which featured in a BlackRock commercial in 2023, which I'm not going to play here today. This is what you just need to know. This is him. So, just to let you know. Corey Carpenter's daughter posted a heartbreaking statement about his final heroic actions. So, yeah, this is the guy here. This is all you need to know. I already went on this. I'm going to report more on him later. The shooter has been identified as Thomas M. Crooks from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Allegedly, his father is potentially Matthew B. Crooks, met a care manager at Community Behavioral Health. Ironically, despite the connection, Thomas attempted to shoot the former president. And all this stuff here. So this is the information you guys need to know. Here, Matthew Crooks, he's all this stuff right here. And then this is go from Libs to TikTok, going on. Colorado State D, sick and twisted. The last thing America needed was sympathy for the devil, but here we are. And of course, he deleted his account because, of course, it did. So, again, as I said, people, these are a lot of the far leftists advocating and promoting the death of Trump, or wanting the bullet to actually hit. So, this is not something that's too crazy. Again, this is a doctor who tried saving someone's life at the Trump rally recalls what he experienced. The emergency room doctor was interviewed by Jake M. Rosen. The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches, and he had brain matter there. Then I did CPR, did chest compressions. The county prosecutor says 2 people have been offed, including the suspect. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be able to do everything here, guys. So I'm just gonna keep on going. I probably won't do a stream because everything's been going on. I will do a stream later on. This is Bill Ackman endorsing Donald Trump here. I'm not going to read the full thing. You just need to know that he is endorsing him. He says, I'm going to formally endorse Donald Trump. I came to this decision some time ago, as many ex-followers have already understood, for my supportive post of Trump and my criticism of Biden. So, that's the TLDR. Again, this is what we have here. This is what we have, is that new footage shows sniper appearing to notice a suspect just milliseconds before the man shot at Trump. The sniper could be seen looking up in what appeared to be shock the moment the first bullet rang out. The suspect, who was on top of a structure, was then quickly neutralized. So, this is what we have here from the shooter.
You know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Go down to this here. We're gonna have this here saying, going to Maxine Waters, saying, I will go and take Trump out tonight. Maxine Waters should be impeached in jail for inciting the assassination attempt of Donald Trump.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Yeah, this is what Maxine Waters, again, Democrats inciting violence once again. And then we have this here, eyewitnesses tell BBC that he informed police Secret Service about a suspicious man on a roof with a rifle. He was ignored. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. Again, I'll probably do this in another video again, but I'll get you guys all this stuff. This man shot down the shooter in just a second after shots were fired. He saved Trump's life. This is the hero. Again, this is the guy that we're talking about. Maxwell Urich was under FBI radar before he shot Trump. So, again, we're not going to show the actual picture here. If you guys want to see the picture, you can just put this in the Discord or whatever. Join my Discord, by the way. I'll put my Discord actually in here for the first time, so you guys can actually join it. I'll put all the information that I have in the Discord if you guys can join it, because that's probably the best way. I could post some of the nasty stuff there rather than having to put on my channel. Master Urich, this is the guy that was, supposedly shot him, but this is not the case. He's been leading to to Antifa and stuff like that, but that's kind of what was been going on. Now, here's another thing that I wanted to show you guys as well that's been going on. It says, the complete incompetence of the ladies of the Secret Service are on full display. One of the agents can't properly holster her sidearm, while another fiddles around with her sunglasses trying to look cool for the crowd. Absolutely pathetic. And there's going to be a reason for this as well, because you guys are going to see exactly what this video pertains here. I'm going to get to it immediately right after this. So essentially what these people are doing is that these are three ladies wandering around, not knowing what they're doing, pacing back and forth, can't even figure out how to holster her weapon correctly, panicking, looking back and forth, like they're not doing anything. And look at the guys, they're direct, they're knowing what they're doing, they are organizing, situating where people to go, stuff like that, and these ladies just do not know what to do. They're completely incompetent at their job. And again, what we have here is this is Kimberly Cheadle, and she is the director of the Secret Service. And what she has gone out and done here is that she is trying to promote more DEI hiring for women. Yeah, that's right, the more DEI hiring for women. Now, I'm not saying that women shouldn't be in the Secret Service, but what I am saying is that the competent women should be in the Secret Service if we want them. Maybe, and what have you, right? And that's not good.
To expand hiring, they're aiming to have 30% women recruits by 2030, and even allowed YouTube influencer Michelle Carre to train with agents.
But I'm very conscious, as I sit in this chair now, of making sure that we need to attract diverse candidates and ensure that we are developing and giving opportunities to everybody in our workforce, and particularly women.
That workforce will be pivotal for the 2024 campaign season, which for the first time includes a former president who already has lifetime protection. Agents were there when Donald Trump was arraigned in New York.
We were able to work out the details ahead of time of how that particular day was going to go, but we will always ensure the safety of all of our protectees that we have.
The service has a zero-fail mission, a mission officers are training to uphold, pretending this field is the most famous address in America.
And how is that going for you, lady? How is that going for you, Kimberly Cheeto? Because that doesn't seem like it's going very well at all, now is it? Because you have these idiots becoming like, you know, the person that did all this. And another thing too, we'll just give this in order here, because this is what we're gonna do as well. This is one of the Secret Service people hiding behind Trump, while the men are jumping on top of Trump to protect him and prevent bullets being hit by him. That is what's going on here. This person is cowardly hiding behind like a coward. And then, of course, we have this as well. This woman having issues holstering her weapon, which doesn't seem like she's in shape enough to even remotely be part of the Secret Service, but I digress. And, of course, we have the news media, you know, lying about this whole thing, right? This is what's going on here. Trump removed from stage by Secret Service after loud noises startles former president crowd. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after popping noises heard at the Pennsylvania rally. Trump escorted away after loud noises at the Pennsylvania rally. Donald Trump escorted off stage by Secret Service during rally after loud noises ring out in crowd, and etc., etc. And it's all egregious, guys. It's all egregious. The media downplaying everything, as I've been saying here. And, yeah, it's insane. It's really insane. That's pretty much to sum up everything that's happened so far. There's a little bit of other stuff that I didn't really go over, which I will go over later on. I'll probably will do a stream on that part, alright? So, I'll probably do a little bit of small stream on that so you guys can get an idea. Maybe do a full recount of everything, go in depth, and a bit more information as things roll out. I don't think everything is done here. There's a lot more information that still needs to be dropped. But, again, I'm just giving you guys all the information that I have gathered in the past few days, and I'm trying to consolidate it in a small platform. Unfortunately, I can't do it within 14 minutes. I have to do everything in broad in 20 minutes, because that's not the best I can do. There's so much information. So, this is everything that's been going on. I think the Secret Service needs to be pretty much, not abolished, but I think the Secret Service needs to get some better personnel, because obviously there is massive failures on every front, and I think we have to have those answers questioned and confronted. Alright guys, that's it for the video. I'll guys share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, 'cause it's algorithmic disease, the social media.